You know that Gandhi quote? The one you keep seeing in Facebook memes? Be the change you want to see in the world. My guess is that quote has inspired 1,000,000 acts of kindness. Maybe 1,000,000,000. And I love small acts of kindness. But I really, really don't like that quote. Somebody used that quote recently to desecrate Eagle Falls, one of our state's most beautiful and unfortunately accessible swimming holes. Of course, if you've been there, you'd know that isn't the only way people have desecrated this beautiful section of river. Shattered glass, litter,
No.
graffiti.
Is this no? What?
They've transformed the serenity of a granite-lined side gorge into a graffiti-lined pooping hole. And so far, the Forest Service's response to all this has been to place a waste bin on the highway and to dispatch a couple of seasonal workers to pick up some of the beer cans. It's a nice gesture, but guess what? It's not working. Not even close.
No, they just desecrated the place.
What?
They just desecrated the place.
Yes, they've personalized it. That's it.
It's not working because the Forest Service misdiagnosed what is ailing Eagle Falls. Litter and graffiti and poop are not actually what is poisoning this beautiful section of river. They are really just the symptoms. The problem is access. Eagle Falls is, quite tragically, just too accessible to too many people, leaving it vulnerable to the ideas and actions that are as spontaneous as they are destructive. To access one of the most beautiful natural swimming holes in the state, all you have to do is park your car along the shoulder and walk downhill the length of a football field. And here's the worst part. It's absolutely free. The Forest Service doesn't charge for parking, it doesn't charge for access, and it doesn't charge anyone for desecrating the granite with cheap spray paint or with shattered beer bottles. When it comes to beer cans or dirty diapers or graffiti, the Forest Service is silent. We should not accept this. We should expect the land managers of Eagle Falls to manage Eagle Falls, and it should start by focusing on access. Here are a few simple ways the Forest Service can restore and protect Eagle Falls by managing access. Number 1, require Northwest Forest Passes to access Eagle Falls, or charge a day use fee. Number 2, take a page from Texas's Don't Mess with Texas anti-littering campaign. That campaign recognized its intended audience, the litterers, were likely young males, so it built a campaign and a slogan about toughness. Number 3, close it down for a year's worth of restoration. Tell the public through signage and news stories why the Forest Service had to close it down. Use this news event as a way to tell the public the Forest Service will no longer tolerate environmental destruction. Now let's be honest here. This is another big project for an agency that is already managing too much with too little. Regardless, preventing Eagle Falls' beauty from devolving into that of the Los Angeles River should be the Forest Service's top priority. So I'm going to call the Forest Service. I'm going to thank them for sending the seasonal workers to pick up the litter, but I'm going to ask them to go 1,000 steps further to make this its top priority and to create a comprehensive management plan for Eagle Falls. Who's with me?